Hi, my name is Dawn Gladue, and I am in the Family 150 class for Marriage and Family Studies majors. I am an online major, and I am a mom who has 3 kids, and I have wondered what I will do with this degree when I'm done. Some days I think I'm just doing it for fun, and other days I think, I'll probably want to have a career when my kids are older. I just assumed I'd have to have a master's degree to really have a real job. So this class has been really interesting for me to find out that I didn't know there were certified family life educators, and so this has been an interesting assignment to find out what they do and what I could do with that degree. When I first started researching, I was actually a little bit frustrated because I really couldn't find very many jobs for a certified family life educator. In the end, I did find one that I thought was really interesting, and I also think it might be one that not a lot of people found or picked to do their career profile on. So I found a woman online. Her name is Julia Pickett. She is a certified birth doula, a certified family life educator, a certified lactation specialist, and a professional photographer. And she combines all of these different things into, I guess basically, she's kind of like a freelance doula. She doesn't work for anyone really. She doesn't work for our hospital really. She works for individual clients, and they hire her. They pay her $600 for her birth doula services. Typical birth doula services actually range from $300 to $1,600 for the doula experience, but she does charge $600, and what you charge in large part is based on where you live, the clients you're working with, and how long you've been working, how much experience you have. So Julia Pickett charges about $600. She works with families. They hire her to be their advocate with the medical community, to provide childbirth education services, to provide breastfeeding education and support, to be a birth attendant throughout their whole birth, to meet with them several times during the prenatal period, to make sure things are going okay, to make sure everyone is healthy. A birth doula works in tandem with a midwife or an obstetrician. They don't attend births by themselves. So there has to be a certified midwife or an obstetrician or someone like that delivering the baby. And they're really just there to support the mom, to make sure that things are going the way that they should, to make sure that the mom is getting all the support she needs from the medical staff and everyone else. It may seem like they're not really necessary, but after having 3 kids, I can see that it is a big deal. I mean, just in the 3 kids that I've had, I can see that some of those births would have gone a lot differently if I'd had a doula, someone who knew what should be going on, who knew how families typically react, how our things were going with our doctors and our nurses. Doulas have been shown to reduce the incidence of medical interventions such as cesarean section and epidurals, the use of forceps and other things like that. They provide a lot of emotional support for everyone, the entire family involved. And Julia Pickett also does parenting education classes. So what's interesting about her, I think, is that she's really working with a family from the time they hire her until a couple months after the birth to make sure that they're getting everything that they need. And that's a pretty comprehensive job, and it's pretty important as well, I think. So the average income for doulas is not a lot. It's about $30,000 a year. Doulas who are just starting out or working in a lower income area may make around $15,000 a year. Doulas can probably expect to cap out at about $45,000 a year. All of these figures are for doulas who are working full-time. I'm sure that there are some who are just working every once in a while and have their own families and things like that, and aren't working full-time. There aren't any benefits really, other than that your job is extremely flexible. Most doulas offer services in addition to their doula services in order to make a little extra money, and a lot of times these services enhance the birth experience for the family. Julia Pickett offers professional photography services. She can take pictures of the birth in the way that the family wants her to, and newborn pictures. She also does placental encapsulation, which I'm not sure how many of you are aware of that is, but she does that. And she also does belly casting, where she can make a cast of a woman's pregnant belly. So doulas offer services like that in addition. Adds to the experience, makes them some extra money. They don't get health benefits or anything like that. Their typical stressors, I imagine, are sometimes working with other medical professionals. I know that not all medical professionals respect the doula profession. And I imagine that there are conflicts if, for instance, a woman has met with her doula and the doula understands that the woman does not want to have an epidural or a C-section or something like that, and meanwhile there's another childbirth provider who is, like the obstetrician who's insisting that it be done. I'm sure that can be pretty stressful for doulas. Also working with the nurses and things like that, they may not have a great working relationship with all of them. Also, I think it's one of those jobs that can be stressful because you may be with a family for a couple of days straight, or you may be with them all night long and you still have to get up for your family the next morning and things like that. They get paid by insurance companies, so I don't know the details of that, but I imagine that can be frustrating. Also, just the nature of working with a family and counseling them and helping them with their relationships and their experience. That's the nature of the job, but I imagine that sometimes that adds to the stress. So Julia is a certified family life educator, which means she has her bachelor's degree. She is certified through DONA International, and that's the organization that certifies doulas. The certification process is not very difficult or lengthy. It takes about 2 years, but basically it consists of attending some workshops, reading some books, taking some classes, being the birth attendant for 3 births. It's not incredibly complicated. And then she's a certified lactation specialist, which I think consists of the same sort of thing. She's also a certified Lamaze childbirth educator through Lamaze International. Same sort of thing where you attend some classes and some workshops, get some experience, and then you're certified. So really her main degree there is the Certified Family Life Educator. That's her main qualification. And although a doula is not something that I would have thought of a Certified Family Life Educator doing, I can see, after researching her, that she has a very specialized area of family life education and counseling, but it's definitely education and counseling. So thank you.